woke up this morning, the sky was gray, another storm.
Right now we're going to do John workflow, and the next video will be my workflow. So here the young adult hour and monster thriller with John step by step. So we're going to try to get this going. So here's the first step is that we're going to copy the hour and monster thriller docs. So you have to do on it, and it's going to save on top here inside your download. Next, develop a story Bible with Sudowrite through your favorite chat application. All right, so start an empty project. So I'm going to get another screen to be able to get this to work, because with the Zoom little bars, we do have missing things that we need to look at, and it's very hard to do. So we're going to open Sudowrite. I'm going to go inside the June monster. As you can see here, I have my own, so maybe I should go under June class, June monster. And I will have to get it to be very precise for John. So start with an empty project, import the market overview doc. So what that's mean, we open inside the folder you want or on the main screen, and you go import. In the import, you ask to import the last download, which is going to put this one in the trash. I don't need two. This one here. It's going to bring it in, and it's going to do is work. During that time, we're going to read the next step. So create a new blank document, click on the three dot, and make sure the market overview is in the continue chapter. So we're going to see how fast this is going, and I know it's kind of a bit slow sometimes, so hopefully it's going to go faster. So this is in real time. I'm going to give it time to do what it has to do. In the meantime, this is also the workshop writing young adult horror and monster thriller. This is the document that I produce with a lot of information. In my previous video, I tell every step of this document. But if for this document right now that I want to speak about, if you don't go under the links, this is where you're going to find John's notes, which will bring you to this one here, young adult horror monster. So let's go see where we are. So it's at 4 out of 6, extracting the synopsis. So let's go see this document that we have with John, which is basically is giving you an introduction, telling you that's about young adult. The market with Kindle is booming. This is basically information that we did deep research, which you also have in my document. And from this deep research, you're going to have a smaller breakdown of all the information is required for John's way of workflow to do what he had to do. So you have an introduction, the target audience, the key factor driving success in young adult horror monster thriller, with all the point that goes with it. And the next one is, so we have a few points here. Where's the main one? Oh, okay, so the only 2 were marked in blue as a title. And after that, key factor driving success to young adult horror monster, high demand subgenre, the dark fantasy, the academy thriller, post-apocalypse and survival horror, zombie and things, psychological and folk horror standalone, sell pattern and ranking stability, so series momentum, Kindle unlimited effect, large spikes versus steady seller, top keywords and trending, monster and creature by name, setting of trope, the thematic trends, readers review insight, what the fan praise versus criticize, praise, common complaint, market gaps, underrepresented monsters, fresh setting, character archetype gaps, etc. So this is all inside that young adult horror and monster thriller doc. So where are we? So it's done. So let's open it. Then it's telling us to open a new blank document. So we go under new, blank. And under this, it's telling us to go to the three dots. And the three dots are the one beside on title. And then you go and link it. Does this command continue? Another one says yes, connect the bottom one, connect it to. And now you select the young horror and monster thriller. All right, what's the next step? Click on the three dot. Use your favorite LM for this stage, you like to use 11, Muse, creativity. So we'll follow his step and see how that goes. If you want to guide it a little more, the direction you want to go to, add more info to the scene about that direction. At the beginning, we start with scene 1, and you can always add another scene later and turn on draft continuity, maybe set Muse to 0 if you think it didn't finish. And when something added into the end of the brainstorm you are running. So scene, event. So this is important to copy right now, as I did it earlier or yesterday with a different version. So you go back inside your Sudowrite. You get that little keyboard here, the dactylography, draft, open it. In the scene, you copy this. Not number 2, Ctrl-Z, Ctrl-X. So you ask to invent 13 new stories idea for the pilot novel. In the extra, you add the second line. So write this up in full elevator pitch format. We get to the Muse, we go to 11, use, and here, that's one of the things we cannot turn on the continuity. So I don't know if John figured out about this one here. Just in case, my computer is not, I will put it at the first person. Oh, POV none. Let the model choose. Oh, let's try this one. I did ask for that. Cool, they got it. So Muse, we click on it. It's going to do is work with just that, which is still connected to the young adult horror and monster document that we gave you. Here is telling you that scene 1 is too vague, define the scene. So we don't do that. And again, they don't give us the continuity under the Muse, so we just go and generate. And we're probably going to have to go and tell it to continue after. So let's see where it goes. I should have music in the background during it's doing that. So, scene 1, the Dead Zone, young adult survivor horror content thriller. Market dot competition, One Up, Lying Meat, Magnus, the Blackwood Academy Monster Market, Young Adult, the Book Talk Haunting, Phantom Loop, Beneath the Archive, a gothic one, Unquiet, Unquiet, sorry, a haunted house, The Witch Algorithm, the Tidepool Colony, Haunted Influence, Mirror Kids, The Ghost File, The Unmaking of Flag Fever, Babel Site, Babel Site, and that should be the last one. And it's still going. All right. Now we got our 13 idea of story. Let's see what's the next step. So here we have so how does he do that picture? Well, it's easy. We select everything. We go into image prompt generator and we click go. It's going to give you two prompts, a long one and a short one. Now that Sudowrite only allows 100 words compared to what we had before, we had to change the prompt. So I often use two different programs for my image now. So the small one, the distilled image prompt is this one. So you highlight it. It's under 100 words, 84 words. You go in the bottom of your plugin, visualize, and it's going to give you an image. So from that here, I can delete and wait for that image to show up. Thing is doing that. Let's see the next one. So brainstorm deep story Bible using draft. So copy your favorite pilot novel idea, create another blank document in the brainstorming project. All right, so we have to choose which one we like. Seems like from the image we have something about cameras and monsters. So which one is cameras and monster? Let's see if I can make a search on that one. Anything about camera? Nope. Photo? No. Okay. What's the word first monster? Pandemic could only stop by a bunch of quarantined teens locked inside a facility that pawned it. After social media gone wrong. Market. Once one of us is lying, meet the Magnus Archive. Blackwood Academy Monster Market? No. Book Talk Haunting. Yeah, young adult paranormal, satiric, or standalone. Every October, Curse Book sweep through Book Talk, but this time the monster read back. 16 years old twin book influencer get a brand sponsorship from the mysterious Thornfield Reading Society. They must spend one weekend in the UK most haunted library, live stream ghost stories, and millions of followers. Okay. Phantom Loop, young adult urban legend series. Monsters are just viral bugs in the subway operating system. No, I got a story on that like that. Beneath the Archive, young adult gothic magical haste, standalone, or duology. Every great library hides its monster, but only some of them are waiting to be read. No. Unquiet, young paranormal survival horror standalone short story. The haunted house isn't haunted by the dead, but by the ghosts of all possible future its residents may have had. Maybe. The Witch Algorithm, young adult paranormal technology horror series. Forget coding, bootcamp, and digital witch detection network. Every line of code is a spell, and every glitch could kill you. That might be interesting. The Witch Algorithm. The Tide Pool Colony, a thriller on the wild Pacific coast. The only thing stranger than the tide pool are the girl who can stop staring into them. Haunted influencer, supernatural mystery, satiric horrors, and a lot. You can break the internet, but you can't haunt it. Fresh out of social media rehab camp, trouble magnet and micro influencer truly is desperate for a redemption arc. When a rival, hers challenge leave her with stalker who only appear in her TikTok live. Okay. Mirror Kid. What if every childhood imaginary friend was actually an interdimensional monsters, waiting to switch place with you when you are your loneliness. The Ghost File, young detective, paranormal, procedural series. When the dead go missing, only the unpopular kids can solve their murder. 16 years old outcast Theo has always seen ghosts, but it is not as cool as it sounds. The only things worse than the dead pestering him in class is when they start vanishing for good. The Unmaking of the Lake Fever. Folk horror, dark mystery, standalone. Every summer, a lake fever teen drown. This year, the survivor will wish they hadn't come up for air. Babel Site, epic horror. Diver Smith. Realistic is just a translation. Sometimes the story that wins is the one that one told last. After a freak lightning strike, 14 across the globe. Oh, I like that. And it's not finished writing. Okay, let's see if we can get it to finish writing this one. So it's very important to read until the end. Sometimes they look finished, but they are not. It's finished. Wait a sec, what's going on here? Okay, so I'm going to use 13. I'm going to copy 13 with the market comp because they are adding that. Okay, so I choose that. So what we do with this now? Copy your favorite novel, create another blank document in this brainstorm. So new blank. Now, where do we put this? Do we put this here? Create another blank in a blank. Click on the three dots. Make sure the market is continuing. Pass your favorite novel in this document. Make sure you like the name. Create another blank document in the brainstorming project. Click the three dots. And there, click the three dots. Connect it to this. Make sure you like this. create another blank document in this brain dump project. Click the three dot, make sure your favorite pilot novel idea is in the continuity chapter. Okay. So we're going to put this here. It's going to give us a title, Bubble Side Chronicle. Going to go and create a new blank document. From this, we're going to link it to the Babel. No. It has to be linked to this one. But we did nothing with this one. User for the LM for this. Let's start that again. Paste your favorite pilot idea in the document. Make sure you like the title. Create another blank brainstorming project. Click the three dots to make sure your favorite pilot idea document is continued chapter. Use your LNM for this stage. I use 11 creativity if you want to guide it a little bit. So the beginning, start 1. You can always add another scene later. Something is missing here. So I'm going to copy this because I know it goes somewhere. So this one here. Invent a new story Bible and complete detailed outline for a pilot novel. I understand what it's doing. You had to create it to go there first. So that's what happened here. This one had to be put here. So it exists in the bar as basically link it up. And from there, so we invent a new story Bible connected to this because now it is connected to this one here. And then we kept, let's get this one at 11, use, and let's get it to go. So at this point, we have the original that we brought in by import. We have the 13 story idea. We have the one we choose and brought in. And now we ask for a full story Bible. We don't do anything with these here. We know it's vague, so we just go and generate. To do that in a 1 hour class is very long because we have a lot of waiting time to do, as we do ask a lot from the AI to produce all that information. But the result is very, very, very good, very interesting. We are doing everything inside the scene and the prose instead of doing everything in the story Bible here. All done with our research document based on to get the best possible book idea. And this can be also done with your own idea. So if you have an idea of book that you want to write about or you already wrote about, you can put it here inside that that one here where you put the idea of the story. And then after that, ask for this to be done. It can be done that way too. So it doesn't have to be something which the AI came out of thin air and you choose by that. We have the Blackwood Academy. So there's a few places where we should ask for brand new names, no repetition. The mid-bond. Supposed to be still writing. We're on POV, character arc, chapter outline. So chapter 1, trope, stage, summary. Chapter 2, Dego Nakamura. Summary. Chapter 3, Reina Gonteres. Those are definitely new names. So I'm going to let it finish. I'm pretty sure we have a few chapters. I will mute and be back, as I still keep it as on real time. I like the information about the time. That's something we should probably add a word building cards that talk about time, or at least have it inside all the outlines. All right, so 4,231, which give us 18,552 credit. Analyzing the scene did nothing. Visualize the same plugin for the prompt. The other draft was 11,000. All right, so what's the next step now? So you can add new scene and turn on continue to keep iterating. So turn on Opus 4 and the rewrite of the outline cost me 4,000 credit. Scene to rewrite the complete and detailed outline for the first book, or have it write the story Bible for the next book in the series. Okay, so what does this mean? Going to turn on Opus, which is this one. You're going to Advance, Opus 4, use it. And we'll go back here on top. And you rewrite the complete detailed outline for the first book as number 2. Did you say anything about the extra? I'm going to click on continue. I'm going to ask for the scene 2 to go, and we click go. It should start at the bottom. No scene content provide to review. Quick provide scene. I will try without. What it's going to do is supposed to read this here, so if not picking the scene 1, you can add another scene later, turn on continuity. You can add a new scene and turn on continuity to keep iterating. I turn on Opus 4 and the rewrite of the outline cost me. I guess I did put that in scene. Or have it write the story Bible for the next book in the series. Okay, let's see what he's doing right now. He's already at 4,000 words, so it did go fairly fast. Marketing hook. Where's my long bar? Trope. So we have chapter 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. So book 1, The Rival Archive, 21 chapter, act 4, multiple POV. Revise chapter by chapter outline, enhance or focus. Marketing hook. So where did it start? So chapter 16. slope we had. Market tool. So that's where it finished. So this is the start of this here, which costs, I don't know how much it costs, but yeah, we're going to make a bigger separation and put scene 2. The revised outline enhance the order, blah, blah, blah. Static flash, shade. How much this one costs? 52. So it's fairly expensive to use. And you did rewrite the complete detailed outline of the first book. So hopefully that's what it did. It took this and rewrite this viral archive book 1. So let's go to chapter 1, see if it's the same name or did it change that too. Where's chapter 1? The villain, the organization, POV, chapter by chapter, act 1, awakening. The awakening. So let's go to by structure, the infection, static flesh. So we have to figure out if it's second book or still the first book. It would have to be put side by side. Seems to be is going to be the second book, day 7. So these will be put side by side to see if it's the second book or is it the first outline that it got fixed. If you want to do the second one that is telling us about to continue or write this revival for the next book in the series, you can do that. You just go here and you go on 3. And on this one, I would go back into Muse 11. We go on scene 3. I would go on the bottom to make some to continue and see if it's going to give me the second book outline. Next in the project, import that deep story Bible into Sudowrite. So to deeper the brainstorm. All right. So I would have to go and copy. I would go and copy the first one if I can. Still analyzing. So let's find scene. So I would take this one all the way up. I got to let it finish what it's doing. So because it's doing this, I'm going to use a different way to go about it. I'm going to create a new blank doc and pass everything in here. At the same time, I might be able to make some information removed. So we go into find and replace. I always have a hard time to find that find and replace. So find. There you go. So I want to find all that it does star. And I want to replace all with nothing. So that clean up a bit of this. Then we give a title, which should be all right to give this for now. We give it a name, and then we download. So next is telling us to. So if you're happy with it, you export it to docs, your deeper brainstorm, then go to Sudowrite project and project import this file. So where are we here? We are done. There was an error in the estimate of the chapter. Give it to the pros. Games, size. So try to find big line. Scene 2. Then do the scene tree. So let's get it to generate the scene tree, which should be our second book. Too bad we cannot get out when it's doing this. I don't think we can even open the second one, but I'll try. And from here, we'll do the import. Import this one. Leave it do its work. Go back in this one, see if it's still going. All right, it's still going. Now keep in mind that Sudowrite is supposed to be able to read what's going on top as it is on continue. So you're supposed to know this is a continuity of Babelside Series Bible, Book 2, Mimic Siege. So that seems to be in order, that we have Book 2 here, that we can come back later. In the meantime, this one is extracting. What's our next step after that? So then go to write, import in the doc, wait this file to create a new project you can use to write this first book. Look at what it gave you in the story Bible, fix whatever needs to be fixed. You might need to rewrite the outline or import the outline itself again. It is important to have chapter number and title in the labels and description for the following prompt can help that with rewrite outline. Each chapter needs a chapter number and title in the title and the description. Include POV character, da 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 da. So that's an easy task to do. Still extracting. The other one's still writing. Still talking about book 2, the character, the villain in book 2, the organization, the myth. Then we have chapter by chapter. Nine. Next should be 10. Act 3, final thread. Chapter 10, final narrative. This one is on 5 out of 6. The epilogue. The character book, arc book 2. The trope table of book 2. New hooks, series arc book 2 ends in a cast beyond memory, but book 3 will see a new generation of protagonists. So we can go and ask for book 3 to be also written based on this. There we go. So this one is done, and this is basically our brainstorm with John, so that we know this is that one. So this one is 6 out of 6. Got to wait a bit. going to use that rewrite of the outline if it's not there. And this is something that we should probably include in one of our first demands when we ask for the outline to be written in the first exercise. All right, so Bible site. What do we have? Story Bible. We have a genre: young adult, contemporary fantasy, urbanist fantasy, horror, global mythology, psychological thriller, LGBTQ function, social media, satire, assemble, adventure, coming of age, metafiction, and dystopian element. Nothing in the style. We have our synopsis, which is: in the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, 17 years old Said Adeyemi reluctantly begin her first day at the mysterious Blackwood, you can change the name, Academy, where she soon discovered that the school harbors a dark secret. When Said encountered the legendary Ashy Red Girl urban legend, she is plugged into a supernatural crisis that connects her to 3 other teenagers across the globe. In Sapporo, Japan, 18 years old Diego Nakamura's research into the eyeless man creepypasta takes a terrifying turn when the identity manifests through his computer screen, blending physical and digital horror. Meanwhile, in Chicago, poetry prodigy Reina Gutierrez finds her spoken words performance triggering shared hallucination of a ghostly mother in the wall. In the same city, homeless hacker Luka Petrovic faces a shadow child that feeds on their memory, leaving them haunted and disoriented. As the 14 are drawn together by their strange vision and supernatural encounters, they learn that they have been marked by a global whisper network of urban legend come alive. A mysterious force called the Story Eater is manipulating these viral myth, rewriting reality and turning folklore into flesh and blood monster. The team must band together, each harnessing their unique narrative power to locate the mythical first library and hack the very fabric of the storytelling before the world becomes a patch of battling urban legend, navigating a world where myth and meme collide. The group faces a series of escalating challenges. They must infiltrate the secret Blackwood Academy, which train narratologists to combat supernatural outbreak and uncover the truth about Said's missing mother. As they track the Story Eater machination, the teen encounter increasingly sophisticated hybrid monster, forcing them to improvise counter-myth by blending their diverse culture folklores. The team's journey takes them deep beneath the ruin of Chicago Original Public Library, where the first library is hidden. There, they confront the Story Eater directly, a shape-shifting entity obsessed with creating the most viral narrative, and in a climatic battle, the 14 must sacrifice piece of their own identities and stories to defeat the creature and close the breach between myth and reality. Though they emerge victorious, the battle has left them forever changed. In the aftermath, the group has become a tight-knit unit, understanding that while this threat has been resolved, new story-based danger will continue to arise. Said accepts a role as a patcher, repairing breach in narrative reality. As the teen part ways, Diego discovers signs of disturbing new threat, a sentient AI ghost that seem to be systematically erasing stories and even people from the internet. The battle against the rival spread of urban legend is far from over. All right, that's not bad. So here we have our Sade, which is a protagonist. It should probably all be, so major character. So in the first one, she's the protagonist here, and the rest they all major character. Conductor, Luca is a ghost runner. So we have these. In the world building, we have literary manifestation, cross-myth fusion, psychic bond, meta-protagonization, Blackwood Academy, underground library, first library, story eater, and there. And here, as John says, we don't have chapter 1. We have the title, but not the chapter 1. You can ask to rewrite and get that information. So what I would do, I would copy my outline, make a new document, a blank one, because I don't want to lose the original one. I will pass the original as a conservation of that. And even here, we could go and put chapter by chapter. Let's go back into the outline. And we could ask, because it says what went wrong inside the outline. So on top, normally, but it's not there, so it must be in the bottom. It doesn't tell us to rewrite the outline. Wait a sec. What am I missing here? Outline. So rewrite the outline is here. So let's go see here. Rewrite the outline. Each chapter needs da. So include. We can just take all of it and see what it's going to do with that. Let's try this. So rewrite outline. That's fine, it shows up. So rewrite outline. Each chapter needs a chapter number and title, and in the description, include a POV character. So let's fix that inside. So delete copy and go. Let's get this change over here. To start here just in case. And I cannot change anything and not have access to change it. So John, you got to fix something here is not written properly. What was it? Chapter needs a chapter number. So there's an error somewhere. And where is it? Each chapter needs a chapter number. Character. Okay, the character is having a missing letter. All right, so is reworking the outline. So after this done, we have to run the operator, create a operator chapter guide card. So we're going to show you the plugin, which I know is supposed to get also the all the plugin. Let's go inside this one and let's get the address of those plugins that we're going to use. We're going to use the one that I've had it in my trophy. Did I wrote differently or wrong? So a few of the brainstorming outline. I wish we could find by John. Can we find by John? Did they fix that? Searching, but not going anywhere. That's funny. It's giving me my own. Sponsors. So we need this one. So I'm going to link that inside the. Let's go back. The notes. Plugin. We have this one. Then we have it right here, no? Get that. Okay, so we seem to have a pretty good rewrite of the outline here. Eva doesn't want to save that. Copy. The link don't work. Why it's not working? Okay, copy. Copy. So that's that. Okay, if your outline is present, did I work offline? So let's get this going here. Let's go back to Sudowrite. I think I can close this one. So we have 3, 5, with all the information we asked. So just to double check from the original. So 17 years old, said Ania recurrently began her first day at the Mysterious Blackwood Academy, Lagos, Nigeria. From the original one. From the original one. It has 4. It's kind of very different because those post chapter 1 seems a bit longer here than here. Occurrence. It's a bit changed. So you could probably want to get this one brought in into this outline to match up. So something that you may want to read all of it. So not losing too much time because it takes forever to do all that. I will go and ask for operator to give me. I can go here and I go to operator. We have to write something in operator. If your outline present, it will work out of the outline. If not, you can feed operator your outline. Operator will like finish before it's done with you outline, your outline. You can feed it the following prompt to get it to start again at the right chapter. So if it doesn't finish it, you can ask this in your operator card. So let's go inside this and just click go because we have an outline with the information. So it's supposed to go from this with all the information is having here on each chapter. When it's doing that, we're going to go in the word building and we're going to ask for our blank card that we called. I'm having so many of them that I'm kind of losing that. That's not my series. Character list, artifact. Where is my style guide? Going to add the style guide. And we're going to call it TR for operator. That is writing the operator. Seven, 9, 7. We have it's not finished, so if it stopped at 11 and we need, so John kind of knew that's what's going to happen. So what do we do? You can operator will likely finish before it's done with your outline. You can feed the following prompt to get it to start again at the right chapter. Please start at, so here, I'm going to copy this, and what John means by that is because I don't think he finished chapter 11, I'm going to go to operator. I'm going to pass this, but I will ask to please start at 11. until the end. In the meantime, we should be able to take this one, copy it, bring it inside our world building, inside the last card that we brought in. And we can probably remove chapter 11. Let's find chapter 11, key, trope. So chapter 11 is right here. So as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be rewritten over here. So thank you, chapter 11, surge, power surge, power surge, and leave it finished. So this here, 11, we can delete it right now. So we're going to be ready to pass the new one in. So 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, epilogue. There we go, copy. Bring it here. Let's go back to, let's find 11 again. We have to remove a little part of it, which is the top part. So chapter 3, we're way too high. Reflecting. Chapter 11. So thank you for starting at 11. Delete this. All right, so we have our operator in our world building card right there. So that's done. Name in TR, add all the operator info into inside that guide, treat, and collapse. Create a story Bible card. Create a custom world building card called Story Bible with single trait. Story name is so SB Story Bible. Copy all the Story Bible into your file, import. Okay, copy all of your Story Bible. So that would be our Story Bible. But this one is our original outline that I don't want to delete. So this here, which should be a link already. That all, so that I'll copy. Building. Now we're looking to you can go with the style guide, no problem, because I did put a story Bible somewhere. Create a story Bible card. Create a custom world building called Story Bible with a single thread. I did create one, so where is it? Maybe I did I did it into a different one. So custom, new, story, 2100, save, open, past all our story Bible. SB. Now we create a style guide. Create a custom world building called style guide with a single thread guide, SG. This guide will help you to style tone of your story. Copy a writer from page of writer and make it your own. So copy of writer, so we have the 80. We can also call that our persona. So we're going to keep on going with this one here, copy. We're going in, And we're going to do the style guide. Let's go back. So style guide card. I had one, I should have kept that one. So style guide. We put this in and we call this one SG. SG. Next. Export your outline to CVS and it will become your scene. Under the top outline, there's export, comma separation, Google Sheet, Notepad, scene chapter. All right. So this is my cup of tea. Normally I take the outline, export, open into a, then here I just go select all, copy, don't need it anymore, close. Create a new blank document. Ah, is that what it's doing? Because I know I normally do something else here under the top outline export. You need to open the Excel, Notepad, copy and paste the new blank slide document scene box. Fix up this scene, introduce scene 1 as chapter 1. So what John do here is this, we put everything in here. Oh boy, there's a lot of correction to be done. So let's do that in a different way. We're going to go here, create a new blank, pass everything in. Okay, that's not the way I want it to be done. So let's see if I can create a new, just doing the same thing. Great. Yes, I knew that was going to happen this way. Why is it happening this way? No, because it has all that information. You need to open it in Excel or Office Level, Google Notepad, copy and paste into your new blank document scene box, fix the scene because it produces a lot of side things. So what it does here is basically that. So it's a long process to do this. So I was wondering if there is another way for me to do that. Let's get into the download. All, so I can copy. See if I can go in my outline and add at the end, or just add a chapter. Let's go at the end. So that's one thing that I find out that I can do, and it's doing better job. Oops, I don't think. And even if I just do create chapter, it's going to do the same thing. a different way to go about it, but I guess it's not bad. But it's easier to fix here. Or select all instead of copy. Let's ask chat if you can. You like outline 1 each chapter. All chapter B as setting time chapter type tropes on family minimum. Seems like we have only the long way. So let's pause that video because it's going to be way too long. So here what I did, I'm going to show you the original. So I'm going our little clock. This is the original with all the information. What I did, actually that's the original here. No, it's not this one. I did add the square bracket at chapter 1 all the way to the 9-1 character arc and leave this chapter information, which is the scene, untouched. And then I ask to, let's close this, simply add all the direction in the instruction. When I click on generate, it's telling me it's too long, and it did go and fix it. So if we understand what it did, it basically took all the information we had in the bracket. So maybe we don't have that, but the POV is SAID, the Blackwood Academy, the setting, the time, present day of the first day of school. So let's see on this one. The POV here is Diego, the eyeless man, and it's Japan something. So let's go back here and see what it did. So here we know it's SAID, Blackwood Academy, SAID, Diego, in Chicago. Lucas shows up, shadows, and Sade, Diego, and Rena probably meet at that point. The other one is Sade is the POV. Let's go back on the third. So chapter 2. chapter 3. So Reina is the POV, Chicago. Let's go back here. So Sade. So here it's Sade and not Reina. So maybe it's something here that could be check or fix why it did put Reina, supposed to be the POV of Reina. Why it brought back Sade, I'm not too sure. The chapter 4 is look as POV. And here we have Sade again. So one thing that maybe first person. So here we would need the dual POV to be added, because with the first person is changing the information. Okay, so that needs to be fixed. And it's a long fix to go and try to fix this too with this here. So you can figure out a way to short up that. So here one thing that I find that it's easier and we can actually see clearly where we are is to create a blank document and bring the outline in it and add it this way. So this way you know as the dot is basically one chapter. So like this, that's chapter 2. And here, remove this. Chapter 2, so chapter 3, so start here, dot space, remove, dot space, remove, dot space, remove, dot space, trope. Then we know for sure that we have each chapter in the proper place because there's only one dot per chapter. And it's bigger to work with too than the small box on top. Chapter 4, story after chapter 3. And that give you a chance to see a few things as you go. So I think this is the fastest way to go about it. So I'll pause here again and finish that. So I correct all of them. So select all, copy. So V. So at this point, you can see that pretty much everything was separated properly. And do a little bit of more change by getting this. So chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, epilogue. Okay, now we can keep on working this. Is the recording? I think it's still recording. Hope so, because if not, I'm talking alone and not recording. I'm going to put none and let the model choose. I find out earlier that it doesn't seem to figure out the change of POV. So that's something we're going to need that dual POV to happen. We're going to keep going on 11, see if it's working, and let's generate. And I said I knew that he wants to shorten this. I will just tell it to keep on going and see how that goes. Real time. Chapter 1. Just giving us all the information we ask about location and time. My mother favorite tabloid topic, Dean O. So the first one's posed on the POV of we have the Blackwood uniform. She's lower her voice to the stage of whisper. She slide across from me. And we have scene 1 only written. So we're going to click on continue. To ask for scene number 2, because it's supposed to have finished this. And we'll get to continue generated. So the first chapter is 1,685 words, which is not bad for a first chapter. That's a story for a young adult. We have to read all of it to make sure everything is good. So Bloody Monday at Blackwood. In Lagos, the traffic has moods. Monday are always bloodthirsty. I'm sweating battery acid in the back of the sputtering Demfo, one threadbare blazer away from a full body meltdown. My phone reads 6:43 a.m., then spams and jump to 7:07. Outside the window, cloud of generator exhaust throttle the morning light into submission. I consider taking a heroic swig from my travel mug, but that means exposing my mouth guard to the airborne plague of Lagos Morning Pass. Lagos Morning Pass. Blackwood Academy isn't so much a school as it is a cult for future overlord with all the subtlety of money laundering front. Their dress code, business casual with slack and sensible shoes. Their students' body trust fund, cyborg visa chaser, and the unlucky scholarship ground like me. Our official motto is get out of or get eaten. I make it past the main gate at 7:22, necktie already making unprintable threats. The Academy main building looms above the perimeter wall, a cement block with architectural ambition, glass everywhere, and it stopped. It didn't continue scene 2. Okay, so we have 3,000 words, so we have to go and ask for 3. Continue writing, generate. Normally after 3 and 4, it does keep on going. Do not know why. It stopped at 1 and 2, and sometimes 3. So let's keep it writing. I will pause the video.